Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Omnitell deck in Timeless format. Now this is a full-on combo deck that is utilizing this new card called Show and Tell, which is a new card from the MKM set from the special guest section of the set. And this card is pretty crazy. Now I say this is a full-on combo deck, but it's actually not that complicated. So the combo goes like this. You play a Show and Tell, put down the Omniscience onto the battlefield, then you can play either the Fey of Wish or the Mastermind's Acquisition, grab an Approach the Second Sun, play the Approach the Second Sun since the Omniscience now makes every card in your hand cost 0 mana, and then you play a copy of Aatroxa or the tutor cards into grabbing the Approach the Second Sun into winning the game. Now if you didn't start with an Aatroxa in your hand, you can go for a different plan. Instead of grabbing the Approach the Second Sun, you want to grab the Shared Summons using the Fey of Wishes or the Mastermind's Acquisition. And then you can play the Shared Summons into grabbing Aatroxa and Fey of Wishes. So the Fey of Wishes can grab the Approach the Second Sun, and the Aatroxa can grab the Approach the Second Sun that is put 7th from the top into winning the game. So the combo is very, very easy. It might seem complicated. Play around with it against a Sparky or something like that. And let's say you didn't have any of the tutor spells. We do have a lot of different ways to get into these tutor spells. If you just get the Omniscience down without any of the tutor cards or Aatroxa, we have 4 copies of Lorien Revealed, 3 copies of Dig Through Time, and once you put more cards into your hand, then you can also cast Seagate Restoration. And just so that you are safe from Orcish Bowmaster, while this is all happening, we do have 2 copies of Veil of Summer in the deck, but chances are you're not going to be drawing that much in this deck, only when you're comboing, so I don't think Veil of Summer is going to be too necessary if you don't have it in your hand. So having said that, we're going to jumping into some Timeless Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does, so let's hop on over. Sure. Might have to shock this in, by the way, in case of a Thoughtseize. Yeah, I guess. Thoughtseize. Would that matter too much? Okay, so I guess I want them to take the Assemble the Team, thinking that they actually got rid of an Assemble the Team. So maybe something like this. Kind of want them to take the Assemble team. Maybe I should have hit the Spell Pierce instead, but I don't think they would have taken the Assemble team otherwise. Okay, so we grab the Omniscience. Unfortunately, we weren't able to hit Show and Tell there. Okay, that's slightly annoying. Double Thoughtseize. Another Flooded Strand. We probably want to keep at least 1 land. I guess it has to be a Spell Pierce. Maybe it's Fey of Wish. Or we could just draw into it as well. That's a lot of Thoughtseizes. That is a lot. There is a land in there, so the Spell Pierce is not going to do anything. My opponent most likely knows that we have a Spell Pierce as well. I mean, it's a revealed information, but I did brainstorm, so Double Thoughtseize kind of hurts, honestly. They have 5 mana. Assemble a team. Are we playing against the same deck, maybe? They're playing Deathray Shaman, though. What? I would like to put my Omniscience onto the battlefield. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. What? What happened? Wait, wasn't the spell pierce the revealed information? I mean, I did jokingly say I'd brainstorm, but 0 combo pieces, but we have a lot of interactions. Not sure if that's actually where we want to be, but interesting. Playing against that kind of deck. I think Mystic Sanctuary wants to be in the deck. Go Thoughtseize. Taking a lot of damage. Double Sylvan Scrying. They're probably gonna grab the the other cavern. Oh, they grabbed that instead. Okay. Okay, Veil of Summer, get another Brainstorm. Could come in clutch. I mean, not Veil of Summer, assemble the team. We're already at 7. Hog. Okay, we got Omniscience. Oh boy. Show and tell, get. Go to 5. Ooh, natural order. We're gonna win here anyways, hopefully, so... Yeah, a little bit of a detour. I mean, we did get a pretty interactive hand here, so... We just show and tell and win the game. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully win the game. There's still a chance of whiffing here, so... What? It's not over. What if I don't have any tutor spells? Green wire. Okay, that's a lot of Thoughtseizes. I don't like that one bit. They're not playing Loris. They're not playing Loris. Let's see. Set up for Brainstorm. Because this is turn 3. A lot of the times, this deck doesn't really have anything on turn 3. Why did they shock? Something smells a little bit fishy, doesn't it? Something smells a little bit suspicious. Let's Thoughtseize. I see. I see. They're gonna search for Primal Titan. Thankfully, they cannot play a next turn. Can I afford to take damage with the Brainstorm? It's not like they have haste. Another dig. Don't really care about these cards. Well, I kind of care about Aatroxa. So if they cast a Primal Titan here, they lose the game. Nice. Because I was worried about a potential Boseiju. So Omniscience down. So I mean, there's still a potential of breaking potential, right? But very unlikely. So we're gonna cast this Aatroxa first. So assemble a team. A land. No! Greenwire, you're supposed to let me finish the combo. Okay. Classic. It seems like everybody's on this blue-white scam list. Or not. Oh, this is channel deck? Seems like that's what it is. They were hard mulliganing. I'm gonna try to go for Thoughtseize. This was a discovered combo deck. It's all kinds of combo deck nowadays. Maybe we just show and tell. Six cars in the yard. Or maybe we just ate trucks. Should we just ate trucks? Could be a win as well, honestly. Do we get a Spell Pierce? Demonic Tutor. Atraxa, Omniscience. Get a Otawara. We'll discard Veil. And GG. Let's see. I kind of dig this hand. Kinda. Unfortunately, I do have to go Watery Grave first, so I can't leave a Veil of Summer. But usually the thing with the Veil of Summer is to use it during the combo so you don't get Orcish Bowmaster to death. So that's kind of the idea with it. I'm just gonna draw. Ooh, no land. No land. Okay. So I don't want... Oh man, I want everything actually. Maybe something like this. And then we go Overgrown Tomb Thoughtseize, maybe? Oh, it's playing a sneak attack. It's playing a sneak attack. Interesting. Okay, let's get rid of a Demonic Tutor. I think we have the edge in this scenario. I would like to show and tell for Atraxa, but if we do that, we're just going to lose the game to Worldspine Worm, so let's not do that to ourselves. Assemble the team? Or what? Also, why didn't they just show and tell the sneak attack? I'm a little bit curious why as to they did this. So I think I'm just going to Spell Pierce this, you know, just in case. I think the first person to sneak attack loses. Okay, so now that I don't think I'm gonna lose next turn. I don't think so. Okay, so we can't Mystic Sanctuary, so we have to shock ourselves. The Mastermind's Acquisition. Search for your library. This is why we play Mastermind's Acquisition instead of the 4th copy of Fae. In case of situations like this. So we grab Omniscience. Now, I don't think we're gonna die here. At least I don't think we are. Because we would have gone to 1, right? Because I'm taking 15 Aatroxas, putting me to 16 life. So I guess we just kind of win the game unless they have a Spell Pierce. In which case we have Veil of Summer for. We Aatroxa. Fae. Brainstorm. Assemble the team. Land. Let's grab. Approach. Cast Approach. Search the top third of your deck. And approach. Veil of Summer, sure. Search. Nice. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay. We got a little sneaky Spell Pierce plus the Brainstorm. Temple Garden with Loris? Excuse me? I think we're drawing the Brainstorm, maybe? We're gonna shuffle. Reading Pool. Get Omniscience. And hopefully win the game. So there's a slight problem, as the assembled team could miss. The assembled team could miss. This must be a hammer time. Or a really, really weird... Okay, yeah, it's a hammer time, so... Shock. Show and Tell. Put the Omniscience. Hopefully we don't brick. Okay, we found Aatroxa. Is Fae better? No, it's only a casting cost, so I can't cast the Fae twice, so... Aatroxa's probably the safest thing to go for. Yeah, we won. This is kind of nasty. That is pretty cheap. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cheap. Okay. This hand looks beautiful. Wait, I think I played against this person before. I think they were on... Oh, they changed the deck. I see. Opponent changed the deck. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we got Omniscience, so if we can survive to... Can we survive? We're taking 4 plus 6. Can I afford to shock myself? See what they got. Okay. Opponent's top decking. BO1. Nice. I think the game is over. Spell Pierce. In case they have like a dispute or something. I don't know. Maybe they have like another Fragment Reality. Approach. Approach again. GG's. I think this player is also playing Geist. I'm going second though, so... Guess I just mulligan for... They're playing Geist, so I just mulligan for combo, I guess. I think this is where we stop. Meh. So many of these, it's kind of crazy how often you see this deck now. It's pretty nuts. Yep. Let's see. Although this is a pretty good hand versus a blue-eye scam. Interesting. Planes and pass. Dark Ritual. Let's see if I can find a Spell Pierce. No Spell Pierce. Feels bad. Is it the One Ring? Okay, you can have a One Ring. I guess I'll just win the game. I guess I'll just win the game. No biggie. No biggie. Oh man. Busted. Okay, so we went 9-1 with this deck. And honestly, this deck is pretty unreal. Pretty unreal in Best of 1. We got the Spell Pierce, we got the Veil of Summer, we got some disruption spells. This deck actually doesn't care about Bowmasters at all. Because usually it's during the combo that's gonna happen. You can just Veil of Summer the Bowmaster, and you're gonna be protected and just gonna be able to win the game. But I mean, most of the times as well, like you're just gonna Fail Wish, approach the Second Sun, and play the Atroxa, do it again. So that's another way to just kind of win. I feel like the Bowmaster doesn't even matter. I mean, we're playing 2 copies of Veil of Summer, but I'm almost at the point where I kind of just want 4 copies of Spell Pierce. It's just too good. Spell Pierce in this format is just too good. So, like, the combo isn't, like, super complicated either. Like, as you've seen, Show and Tell, play Omniscience, right? If you don't have Atroxa, try to find a tutor card for Fail Wish, and then Fail Wish into Approach the Second Sun. Hopefully you have another tutor spell or Atroxa, and then get the Approach the Second Sun and win the game. Like, it's so simple. Or if you don't have the Atroxa, this actually didn't come up, right? This actually didn't come up here. There's a Show and Tell Omniscience, and if you don't have Atroxa, you can even Fail Wish. For Shared Summon. Shared Summon gets Atroxa and Fail Wish. With the Fail Wish that you grabbed from the Shared Summon, get Approach. Atroxa, get Approach, and win the game. So I think this deck is kind of insane in Best of 1. Also, don't touch the sideboard if you're going to be playing Best of 1 like this. Like, don't try to make it organized. I did this on purpose so that there's one of cards in the top half of the sideboard. But in Best of 3, I think you just want some Veil of Summers and some Assassin's Trophy to get rid of artifact cards that could tax you. And we also have 4 copies of Leyline of Sanctity so that we don't get Thoughtseized. So really, the deck is pretty simple. You just try to get Show and Tell down, have Omniscience, and a tutor spell. That's it. That's it. That's really it. The deck is very simple, very easy to play, and I really, really, really recommend this deck in Best of 1. I'm not sure about Best of 3. I think the Sneak Attack deck might have some more legs. I feel like this... okay, so if I were to be playing against this deck, here are the cards that I would play. So the first card that comes to mind is Lavinia. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. If you can afford to play this card, this is an incredible card against our deck. Another card that comes to mind is if you are playing a Titan deck, right? If you are playing a Titan deck, Primeval Titan, not Titan of Industry, right? If you if you see show and tell, you can put a Titan down, right? And basically that's going to get rid of the omniscience instantly. So that's a way to disrupt it and potentially win the game by delaying a turn. Because you're not going to be able to play anything because the Titan comes down, the ETB goes on trigger, and the omniscience dies without you being able to cast your sorcery cards. Another way to actually disrupt this, Blood Moon also is a potential card that can disrupt this combo. Like if you get a pretty fast Blood Moon down and you don't grab an island, that could slow you down. That could slow this deck down as well. But just know that if they resolve a show and tell, you might lose the game. Other things to do is Necromentia, the show and tell, and the deck has no way to actually win the game because God knows how long it's gonna take for you to actually resolve Omniscience. So compared to that, to like a sneak attack deck. So the insane thing about the sneak attack versus this deck, even if they Necromentia the show and tell, they have sneak attack to fall back on. But if they Necromentia the sneak attack, you can just show and tell, put down an Aatroxa and still win the game. So a little bit of a difference there. Maybe like Hate Bearer can become a thing if this Omnitell deck has become a little bit popular. There's like Meddling Mage, there's like Lavinia. There's also Boromir as well. This also says whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. So there's also Boromir. There's a lot of options to beating this deck. So this deck isn't perfect, but I think because a lot of people don't expect it, I think this deck is very, very powerful because of that. And also we've seen the difference between having the 4th copy of Fae of Wishes as the Mastermind's acquisition. There was one time where we had to search our own deck instead of the sideboard, which cannot be done with the Fae of Wish. As you can see here, you may reveal a non-creature card from the outside of the game and put it into your hand. Whereas Mastermind's acquisition, you get to choose between the sideboard or the main deck. So yeah, I really enjoy this deck. I think this deck is great. So try it out if you haven't, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye.